Hey y'all, this is a real quick OHS overview. It's everything that you need to know in order to be successful in this class. So yours is going to look a little bit different than mine because mine's obviously a teacher page, but I'm going to go over the stuff that you need to know, and it's going to be basically the same. First of all, when you log into the course, you're going to land on what's called the class home. And on this home page, there's tons of good information. Class announcements will be right here in the middle. Right now, you don't have any major announcements. You can see a video of me if you really want to, but that's going to be a great place to go to get updates and announcements. All right, you'll also see your Class Connect schedule right here. There's no Class Connect sessions today, but that's where they would be. And then a really important one is the class plan. All right, this gives you an idea of what's due every day. You can get to the quizzes from this homepage, from the class plan. I don't suggest doing it that way, but I just want to show you, like, let's say that you want to take the 1.02 quiz. You could click on it from the course homepage, and there's the link to take it. All right, so that's all from the class homepage. The two tabs that you need to be really, really familiar with are the Content tab and the Grades tab. So let's check out each of those. The first one is the Content tab. This is where I suggest you go to get to all of your quizzes and such, not necessarily the class plan because it doesn't give you anything but the quiz. All right, so here's some stuff that's going on in the Content tab. The first module in all of your classes, actually, will be the class calendar. So if you click on that, you will see this document. And y'all, this is where you're going to have all of your recording links from previous classes, as well as kind of a checklist here. Everything that has this little symbol means it has to be done. You have to score at least a 60 or higher on it before the test will appear. So this tells you what you're doing each day for the entire semester. It tells you what you have to do before the test appears, and it will also have the recording links in case you miss a class or you need to go back and check the recording. All right, so that's all on the class calendar and recordings. Okay. The next thing you'll see is course material. The syllabus will be here, teacher contact info, talk about academic integrity, make sure you're not cheating. And then this is the textbook. I know I have some parents and students ask, hey, is there a textbook for this class? Here it is. You can click on it from the course material. All right. What you'll have to do when you start is the readiness checkpoint and the orientation quiz, which will be found under course introduction and readiness checkpoint. All right, so the course introduction just talks a little bit about the course. The readiness checkpoint is located right here. What that does is as you take it, it determines kind of what level of math you're already at. And then as you go through the practice problems, they're geared towards your level of mathematics. So if you do really well in the readiness quiz, some of your practice problems might be a little bit higher level. If you do a little bit lower on the readiness quiz, some of your practice problems they're just going to meet you at the level that you're already at. So the readiness quiz or checkpoint is a requirement to kind of get the OHS set up to your level. The orientation quiz is also a requirement. It's actually your first grade in the grade book. So all of that is located under the course instructions and readiness checkpoint. Okay, so when you log in the first couple days, you're probably not going to see instructional cycle 1 yet. That's not going to get unlocked until you take your pretest, your readiness checkpoint, and your orientation quiz. But once instructional cycle 1 does get unlocked, then I want to show you what all you have available. So the first unit, basic tools and transformations, if you click on that, it brings up a whole bunch of lessons for this unit. So the first lesson is 1.02. You're going to want to go through each of these things every day before class. So the get ready, the learn, the practice, the review, and then every day you will have a quiz. All 5 days of the week, you have a geometry assignment and quiz. It is the only class in high school that you have work 5 days a week, but make sure that you don't get in your mind that, oh, it's a Tuesday, Thursday class or Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. I only have to work on those days. That is not true. For mathematics, you have an assignment every single day. Just so you know, these practice problems, they do not count as a grade but they are going to be really helpful in getting you prepared for the quiz, which does count as a grade. So you want to get green checks on all of these. You want to kind of go through the whole lesson and get green checks on all of them before you come to class. Okay, so the assessment. Remember I said that you could click on it from the class plan, but that only brought up the links for the quiz. If you take the quiz the first time and you don't make 100 on it, maybe you struggle on it a little bit and you're like, oh man, I need some more help on this. If you click on it from the content tab, every single quiz will have a help video that I have created under the content tab. All right, so again, you'll have to go to the content tab, click on instructional cycle 1, go to whichever quiz you need, and then you will see the link for the help video. All the help videos will be 10 minutes or less. They're nice and short and sweet. So I would suggest that you watch the help video before you take your quiz the second time. But I really want you to try it the first time without it, because I want to see what you already know. And if you can already make 100, then you don't need to watch the help video. Okay, where those help videos are available. I just had some issues last year with people, they were on the class homepage, and they were only navigating to the quiz from the class plan, and they could never find the help video. Because if you go from the class plan, it's just the quiz. It doesn't have the video there. So just make sure that you go from the content tab to the quiz, and then you will see the help video. Okay, so a couple other things about the content tab. Everything you need for this unit will be here. There is going to be a test for every single unit. They're on your class plan, they're on your magic calendar, but the test will not appear until you've made at least a 60 or higher on all of these previous quizzes. So if it's test day and you click on this unit 1.16 test and there's no link to take the test, then you need to check your grade book and figure out which quiz you are missing. So that's the next super important tab. Remember we said content tab was really important. The other one that's really important is grades. All right, so if you click on your grades tab, you're going to be able to go down and you're going to be able to see your grade for each of these assignments. Obviously mine is different. But let's say that your 1.16 quiz isn't showing up and you have 100 on all of these, but then on quiz 1.11, let's say that you have a 40 or a 0. Well, then you need to go back to content, click on quiz 1.11, and take that quiz and get it above a 60 before your test will appear. So this grades tab is an excellent way to figure out if you're missing work or to figure out if any of your grades are too low. I know we had some people last year who on the content tab would say, I've done everything, I have a green check for everything, which is awesome. You do want to get green checks on everything. But just because you have a green check on something doesn't mean you made above a 60. And so that's where people are getting confused. So just because your quiz 1.11 has a green check, it doesn't necessarily mean it's high enough to unlock your test. So that's when you would want to go to the grades tab and check your grades for each of those. Just to point out this year, your grade that you earn will stay that way. So if you earn a 10, it's going to stay a 10. It's never going to get bumped to a 50. If you get a 0, it's going to stay a 0. It's never going to get bumped to a 50. There are no grade bumps this year. That's different than every other year at GCA. So don't plan on that. If you earn a 10, it's going to stay a 10. Now keep in mind you do have retakes, so you're going to want to retake that 10. But if you're missing 3 or 4 assignments and you have zeros on them, they're going to stay zeros on your report card. So make sure that you get those taken care of. And that's really it, guys. If you know how to check your announcements, you know what to do with the class plan, you know how to go to the content tab and the grades tab, that's really all you need to know to be successful in my OHS. If you have any other questions or concerns, feel free to email me or ask me in class. Bye, y'all.